Hello everyone. Today we will study chapter 1 of history, which is Heritage of India. Now I know that all of you don't like to study history, but bear with me and promise me that from your part you will do at least some work and you will cooperate with me while we study the chapter. So let's get on to understanding the first paragraph. India is a land of ancient culture. We all know that India has been existing since many years, and Indian culture specifically is something which has mesmerized a lot of people. If we ask the foreigners, then they will say that the most fascinating thing about India is its culture. It's very diverse. हम लोग बहुत अलग अलग जगह से आते हैं. यहाँ पर आपको साउथ इंडियंस अलग मिलेंगे, नॉर्थ इंडियंस की कम्प्लीटली अलग कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है और गुजरातीज़ और आसामीज़ की कम्प्लीटली अलग कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होती है. बट even when we have such a diversified culture, we all come together and we all celebrate what India is. So India is a land of very ancient culture, and Vishnu Puran is a scripture in India in which there is a shlok which is Uttaram yat samudrasya himadesh chaiv dakshinam varsham tad bharat nam bharti yatra sansati. Now I'm not a Sanskrit scholar, but the meaning thankfully has been given over here. It means India extends from the Himalayas in the north to the Indian Ocean in the south, and it is said that the new descendants are called Indians. So as we can see in the map here, north lies in the upper part, south is over here, here is the east, and here we call the west. So India extends right from the north until the south, and from east to west, from the Himalayas which lie over here in the north till the Indian Ocean in the south, from Arabian Sea until the Bay of Bengal. All the descendants, all the people who live in this area are known as Indians. So who are Indians? People living in India, of course. And where does India exist? Right from the north, in the Himalayas from the north until the Indian Ocean in the south, and from the west until the east. This is in India. In the beginning of any auspicious ceremony, Bharat Varsha, Bharat Khand, Jambu Dweep and Aryavarta etc. words are used while taking resolution. So whenever any ceremony takes place in India, a few words are always taken into consideration. They are always during oaths, they are always used, and they are always expressed in some or the other way. One thing which is common in the first two words is Bharat. Now, Bharat Khand, Bharat Varsha, Jambu Dweep, Aryavarta, these words have significant meanings which we will study later on in the chapter and in other chapters as well. Our country is gifted with natural boundaries, Himalayas in the north and sea in the east, west and south. We all know that the southern part of India is a peninsula. There is water in east, west as well as south in India. From all over the world, different countries mesmerized by Indian prosperity came to trade, settled and mingled with the Indian culture. In 9th grade, we all studied that British were very in awe with the beauty of India because India used to trade with spices and muslin etc. So why did British or anyone come to India for trade, right? So they came to India for trade, they settled in India, and later on they mingled and they mixed with the Indian culture. Due to mutual exchange, many changes have seen in our culture. So because they mixed with the Indian culture, they gave some of their culture to us and we shared some of our culture to them. And that's why even our culture has developed. So अगर मैं बोलती हूँ कि मेरे परदादा के टाइम पे जो कल्चर था, it is not existing right now. So generation to generation, the culture has been progressing. It has been developing continuously. Again, India, location and area, we have studied an entire chapter which was based on the size and location and area and population of India in 9th grade. So we won't dwell too deep into that. It's just that you have to remember that India area wise is 7th and population wise India is 2nd. The first is China. Now we come to the next topic, which is the rich and varied heritage of India. So the chapter is about Indian heritage. What does heritage mean? And what kind of a heritage do we have? First of all, heritage means something which has been passed on from our forefathers, right? So our motherland has bestowed rich and varied heritage to us as to the world. Indian culture have been trade oriented and peace loving. अगर हम लोग लास्ट ईयर की टेक्स्ट बुक पढ़ेंगे उसके अंदर हमेशा एक बात रिपीट की जाती है कि even if there was world after 1945 in which there were bombs and attacks here and there, terrorist attacks and people shooting here and there, people throwing bombs on each other, even after that, India was one of those countries which wanted to spread peace. Sat, remember this line, please underline these lines. Sat, Chit and Anand are realized from Indian culture. Now this is something which is asked a lot of times during the exams in MCQs. So please underline this. Sat, Chit and Anand. What do you mean by Sat, Chit and Anand? So Sat means truth. Chit means concentration, or you can say conscience. And Anand means happiness. Now, beside this, Indian culture prospered with the mutual exchange of different cultures of other countries which came to India and settled here. Again, this is repeated. A lot of people from a lot of countries have come in India, they have settled in India, and there was a mutual exchange of culture. That is why the culture which we have today is very rich, it is very varied. They have accepted the values of non-violence and peace which have been adopted by the world. People, right from the beginning of Indus Valley civilization. Now, Indus Valley civilization is a new word to you. However, in this history textbook, we will study about the Indus Valley civilization, I guess, in most of the chapters. Indus Valley civilization, it was basically a civilization, an entire city which got buried in the earth. It was found near the river Indus, hence it is called Indus Valley civilization. And Indus Valley civilization is probably 5,000 years old. So people right from then until now, they have made our country very rich, they have made our country very wealthy. How? With their intellectuality, which means intelligence, ability, talent and skill. Innumerable scholars, thinkers, artists, artisans. Now what is the difference between artists and artisans? Artist is somewhat a painter. Artisans are related to handicraft work, things which are done by hand. Sages, saints, scientists and historians have contributed to the growth and development of our culture. Culture, now this is the definition of culture which will be repeated again soon. Culture is a sum as in total. Culture is a sum of habits, values, customs, traditions and conduct of lifestyle of humans. Now this is the definition of culture, the exact definition. Again, it is said the same thing over here. But culture's definition is usually asked in 1 or 2 marks. So please learn this. Culture means a way of life. It is made of changes that occur in public life, social rules and regulations of different societies. As I said earlier, the culture of my forefathers is not the same as the culture which I am living in. So it changes. Changes occur according to the life of the people, the societal rules, the regulations of different societies, etc. and the definition has been repeated again. It can be said that culture is a total, it is a sum of habits, values, customs, traditions, and ideals, which means the lifestyle, which leads the human being to the highest level of his intellect. In the next lecture, we will be studying about the cultural heritage of India. So we are combining the word heritage and culture, and we'll get the word cultural heritage, and thereby we'll get on to understanding the entire chapter.